Hong Kong SAR government, Mr. Chen Wenchun, Secretary for Administration and Justice of the Macau SAR government, and Mr. Jing Weizhong, Deputy Secretary of the CPC Shenzhen Municipal Committee and Mayor of Shenzhen. They will talk about the development of Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau Greater Bay Area. First of all, to Mr. Guo Lanfeng, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today, and thank you for your long-term attention attached to the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. Taking this opportunity, I'd like to express my gratitude for people and friends that have shown their support to the development of the Greater Bay Area. This is a major strategy proposed by General Secretary Xi Jinping over the past years. Together with relevant authorities, we have established the major master plan for the development of the Greater Bay Area at central government level for scientific innovation, finance, fintech, cultural development, and the other areas. We have elaborated a lot of policy documents. For example, we have published the opinions of the State Council on the Greater Bay Area, as well as the Hengqin Development Plan. Earlier this year in April, during his visit to Guangdong Province, President Xi has mentioned that we have to make the Greater Bay Area a demonstration area for the cross-region cooperation in a new era in order to further the development of the Greater Bay Area. This is our guideline. Following this instruction, in November, Premier Li Qiang has presided the leadership group meeting, and he has reviewed some major documents, including some policy measures concerning the great major platforms for cooperation, as well as the other guidelines. This time, for the adopted documents, they are in alignment with the previously adopted documents for the Greater Bay Area development. And all those documents are to implement the instructions by President Xi, and it's also to sustain the long-term stable development of Hong Kong SAR and Macau SAR, and we can better integrate the two SARs into the bigger picture of the national development. So very briefly, I'd like to talk about the four documents, their characteristics, because they are very rich in content, so I cannot bring into the introduction every detail. First of all, about the planification about Hengqin. In September 2021, the CPC Central Committee has published the document, namely the master plan on the cooperation between Hengqin and the Hong Kong SAR and Macau SAR. Recently, we have adopted a document to follow up that cooperation, adopted by the central government. This document is now in a phase of execution. This is to apply the instruction of President Xi Jinping to diversify the industries of Macau SAR. In this document, we have bringing to full play the leadership. We have set several goals. For example, in Hengqin, there are some Macau residents working there. And also we have calculated the total number of Macau people living in Hengqin, as well as the GDP added value by the enterprises from Macau SAR working in Hengqin area. And we have also set new goals for these different categories so that we can better serve the development of the Greater Bay Area. And secondly, about the Qianhai development. This is also a follow-up plan for the document adopted by the CPC Central Committee earlier in September 2021. This is a comprehensive arrangement adopted by the State Council recently and is published by the NDRC. There are two characteristics about this Qianghai Plan. First of all is to put the focus on the cooperation between Shenzhen and Hong Kong. Hong Kong would be the key word in this cooperation plan. We will give our full support to the development of Hong Kong to improve its competitiveness. So its utmost goal is to serve the interest of Hong Kong SAR. And you know that the modern service industry is one of the key industries of Hong Kong SAR. In this Qianghai Plan, we have considered the Qianghai area as an important carrier to support the extension of market for the Hong Kong SAR. So in this plan, we can find some specific measures to support the modern service industry of Hong Kong SAR. And the third is about the Hengqin development plan. Through this one, we'd like to establish a market access system and also the improvement of business environment. Recently, the NDRC has worked with MOFCOM to publish the document. The special measure aims at the improvement of finance, scientific innovation, medical care, in total 6 areas. And also the 6 areas would be the future 6 pillars of the development of Macau SAR. And for Hengqin, we'd like to give more convenience in the market access. The 4th document is an action plan for the market access. In order to strengthen the integration of the Greater Bay Area and improve its competitiveness, the NDRC has worked with the other authorities to make this action plan. We have 3 keywords. The first one, the combination of the macroscopic and macroscopic development, and also to combine 4 different contexts: context of justice, of business. And we have also proposed specific measures. And secondly, we have combined the problem solving and the goals to achieve. For the market entities that have raised issues about the market, we will try our best to give them a satisfying answer. We also have an engineering project to facilitate the connectivity. So that is about the 4 major documents. Moving forward, together with the other authorities, we will continue to apply the above-mentioned 4 documents to guarantee the sustainable development of the Greater Bay Area. Now the floor is open for your questions. Please first identify yourself before raising a question. Good morning from China Daily. Business environment is the soil for the growth of enterprises. So this topic has attracted a lot of attention. It's especially so for the Greater Bay Area. So for the Greater Bay Area, what is your consideration for the improvement, and what have you done to answer the questions raised by the market entities? Thank you. I will take that question. We all understand that without a very good quality of business environment, then we cannot guarantee the competitiveness of a certain area. To improve the business environment in the Greater Bay Area is an important way to apply the instruction of President Xi Jinping. It's also a precondition to build up the Greater Bay Area. If we can create a sound business environment in the Greater Bay Area, then we can also serve the greater good of the whole nation. So we have first of all evaluated the status quo of the Greater Bay Area for people to do business. We have also collected a lot of opinions from different walks of life, especially for the concerns of the enterprises. We have made arrangements. I'd like to share with you more details about the full context. First of all is the market environment. We'd like to have a concentrated market with high level of efficiency. We'd like to guarantee a fair playground for the market entities. We have decided to abolish the limitations on the investors coming from Hong Kong and Macau SAR. For Hengqin as well as the other places, we would like to make the market access easier than ever. And we have also eliminated the market access discrimination. The second is the service and administration context. We'd like to make the administration procedure easier for the entrepreneurs and business owners. We also have the sharing of the data. Inside the Greater Bay Area, we have information sharing system. We put the focus on the synchronization of the services and also standardization of the applications of rules and standards. We have mechanisms to facilitate the communication between the government and enterprises. We can also handle their complaints. Next is to improve the efficiency of surveillance and monitoring. We will give better protection to the intellectual property rights. In the document, it is stated that we will create a new type of monitoring mechanism. We have the cross-discipline and cross-department cooperation system. We allow the Hong Kong and Macau enterprises to have the arbitration in their own area. And then for the exchange, we have encouraged the human resources to flow into and out of the area. This area of Greater Bay has played an important role in the reform and opening up, and we would like to integrate this area better in the global economy. In this action plan, we have also noticed that we have this ambition to improve the level of integration of Greater Bay Area. We have the connectivity project applied in the Greater Bay Area. For example, connectivity of the financial market and also connectivity of the standards and criteria of different sectors. All those are very specific criteria for us to follow. Moving forward, in the RC will work with the other authorities, especially from the Hong Kong, Macau SARs, as well as the Guangdong provincial government, to solve the problems for the enterprises and guarantee that all those proposed measures could be applied. Next question, please. Thank you. With Hong Kong CGTN magazine. To improve the business environment, it's an important way to stimulate the market. What are the measures to further create an internationalized and justice and law-based business environment? Thank you very much for this question. And thank you for your long-term support and attention attached to the business environment in the Guangdong province. As you know, that Guangdong province has diligently applied the instructions of President Xi Jinping, and we are aligning our own standards with the international ones. And we are creating a better business environment. We would like to inject more stimulus into the market. For 4 years in a row, we have received the highest level of prize for the business environment quality. So 4 years in a row, we have the best reputation among all the business destinations. And we are among the first 6 destinations for the pilot of business environment development. We have 18 million business entities, and we have 1/4 of the enterprises working in this country. We have our advantages. For example, thanks to the Greater Bay Area, we have more convenience. We have infrastructures of transportation and convenience with the talent development. For 8 areas, for example, the guide and the teachers, we have the mutual recognition mechanism for the career practices. For example, more than 3,000 people from Hong Kong and Macau SAR have already their qualification recognized in mainland. For more than 100 standards of industries and service items, as well as product standards recognized in the Hong Kong and Macau SARs. Today, we have also used the digital technology to improve the efficiency of the government services. We have different platforms available to serve the interests of the enterprises. For the whole life cycle, they can have the best quality services, and also with one click, they can get rid of a lot of concerns and headaches. For many years, we have become the leading enterprise. We have become the leading province for the enterprise service online to get the administrative services. Thirdly, for the legal environment, we have made a lot of improvements. For example, we have the IPR protection regulations, as well as the other rules. We have the arbitration center in the Greater Bay Area. We also have the one-stop complaint settlement center, and we have been more active in the opening up. We also have a base for the Chinese enterprises to go out of the country. For foreign investment projects of a total value of more than $10 billion, they have settled in the Greater Bay Area. For the new energy batteries, lithium batteries, and solar panels, we have also become the leader exporter. Previously, my colleague Guo Lanfeng has introduced the 4 major plans. Moving forward, our province would make more efforts in creating better conditions in those 4 contexts so that we can contribute our part in the improvement of business environment in the Greater Bay Area. First of all, the market should play a leading role in the distribution of resources. In the 9 cities in the Greater Bay Area, we will rely on the market to distribute and better relocate the resources. And we will also publish the regulations and opinions on the decentralization of the power. We will also create a list of the standards for the Greater Bay Area. In the foreign trade, foreign investment, we will have a package of measures and policies. We combine the domestic trade and the foreign trade together. Next, we will put more focus on the cooperation platform for Qianhai, Hengqin, as well as the other platforms. We will give more support in a cross-border cooperation, we can also make more efforts. Next question, please. Thank you. With CMG CCTV, we noticed that for the Qianhai development area, the focus is on the diversification of modern service industry. So could you please share with us more details about this plan? Thank you for your care about this issue. This is the basis for the Qianhai development. If we would like to realize our mission about Qianhai, then you have to understand, first of all, the name. Qianhai is the name of this place, and Shanghai means the cooperation between Shenzhen, Shengang, and between the city of Shenzhen and the Hong Kong SAR. We would serve the best interests of Hong Kong. This is our goal and our ambition. Previously, I've also mentioned the modern service industry is one of the pillar industries of Hong Kong SAR. Back in 2021, in September, we have published a document. Today, we have to apply that document. We have several measures. First of all, to facilitate the cooperation between Hong Kong and Shenzhen, we have worked with relevant authorities. We have also listened to the opinions of different walks of life of Hong Kong. For example, the members of the National People's Congress, as well as the other committees. Because this plan of development is to serve the interests of Hong Kong, so first of all, we have to listen to the people coming from this area of Hong Kong SAR. On the basis of their opinions, we have come up with this plan of Qianhai cooperation. For the content of this planification of development, quite similar to what we have done with Macau SAR, for the Hong Kong plan, we also set a lot of indicators and goals. First of all, we set the goals for the residents of Hong Kong living in Shenzhen, and also we have the other items to consider, like the quality of the government services delivered to the enterprises coming from Hong Kong SAR. And then we have also applied targeted policies. By doing that, we would like to create deep ties with the Hong Kong SAR in justice area. We have noticed that Hong Kong SAR government has attached great importance to that, and to settle the conflicts of contracts, people are free to choose Hong Kong SAR or mainland as the arbitration place. And we will also give more preferential policy to the Hong Kong enterprises in terms of the land use and the other resources. For the taxation and financial policies, for the personal income tax, people can have the same treatment whether they are working in Hong Kong SAR or in the Qianhai area. In the document, we also state that the modern service industry added value and the foreign justice service areas would be served by the new document, and we also create new provincial policies for the logistics and taxations in Shanghai enterprises that are qualified can pay their taxes according to a rate of 15%. We also have a scope of enterprise. On a regular basis, we will renew the list of enterprises benefiting from this preferential tax rate. For financial institutions and the talents of culture that have international qualifications, after the registration, they can deliver their services in the Greater Bay Area, and also there are a lot more provincial policies, but considering the limit of time, I cannot go through all the details. Thank you. With Shenzhen TV. I know that modern service industry is one of the leading industry in Hong Kong. What is your plan for the better cooperation between Shenzhen and Hong Kong for this modern service industry? Thank you very much for your question. For the Hong Kong SAR government, we have decided to follow the 15th five-year plan, and we are looking forward to work with the Shenzhen municipal government and the Hong Kong provincial government plan. According to the development plan, we have to strengthen the function of the Shenzhen-Hong Kong Modern Service Cooperation Area, and we will build it into one of the major platforms for cooperation of the Greater Bay Area. We are very grateful for the recently published document by the central government. The development of the Shanghai area is one important measure to support the Hong Kong development. It has very great signification. Thanks to the one country, two systems advantage, Hong Kong has created a sound business environment today. And moving forward, we will strengthen our cooperation with Shenzhen and with Guangdong province. Hong Kong will continue to be a hub of financial services, logistics, and the other sectors, for example, the service. We will realize the alignment of standards in finance between Hong Kong and Shenzhen. We have been partners for many years. We have the venture capital cooperation. In the master plan, it's also stated that we have to further consolidate the position of Hong Kong as the hub of financial services. We have a lot of measures available. For example, the insurance center development in the Greater Bay Area, and we support the Shanghai enterprise to use the platform of Hong Kong to collect the capital and financing resources. We also have the fintech development, green development in law and justice. Hong Kong has already attracted a lot of legal talents. For the capital and business owners working in Hong Kong, they can choose to settle the conflicts in the Hong Kong SAR. For the lawyers qualified and with the certificate of service, they can deliver the service in the Greater Bay Area. And we will also propose more pilot programs. For the registered professional institutions and talents, we will give them more support for their business practice. Qianhai will also support the non-audit services coming from the accounting institutions. The Greater Bay Area Development Plan will be further applied. For example, the logistics service would be one of our key areas to develop. We will bring into full play the advantage of the connection of railway to the western area of the Greater Bay, and the Hong Kong SAR will support the development of its modern service industry. Last year, on the 1st of July, President Xi Jinping has mentioned that we have to seize the historic opportunity. We will bring into full play our advantage and also contribute our part to the development of the nation. Thank you. With the Nanfang Journal. For the Hengqin Plan, how can we better illustrate the concern attached to the Macau development? Thank you very much for your question. In Hengqin, with a surface of 106 square kilometers, has a very important role to play. Here we have the principles of common consultation, common development, and common sharing of the development results. We have to illustrate the importance of service delivered to the Macau SAR. In the plan of Hengqin, we have to put the focus on the concerns and interests of Macau SAR. Most specifically, first of all, in the administration committee of Macau SAR, we have recruited professionals to make this development plan. They have all participated in person in the elaboration of the plan. And then in Macau, there has been communication and consultation with Guangdong province, because Guangdong is quite close geographically to Macau SAR, so regularly they can have communication very easily. In Hengqin or in other places, with different channels, we can collect opinions of the people in Macau SAR. For example, the entrepreneurs and also ordinary people, because this plan is to serve the best interests of the Macau people, so we have to understand their concerns. After the maturing of this plan, we have also listened to the opinions of the Macau SAR government. In that way, we can better reflect the concerns of the Macau SAR in this plan. And let's look at the plan together. One important goal of the Hengqin area is to realize the integrated development. In this plan, it is clearly stated that we have to establish an integrated platform for cooperation across the river. To the one side of the river is Hengqin, to the other side is Macau. We have to further the process of integration. We have also decided to set up the infrastructure system for the transportation. We have the ferry boat system You may have already noticed that recently in the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, we are reviewing a plan for the administration right distribution towards the Macau side, and also the cross-border free circulation of people and goods. Very soon in Hengqin area, we can have more opening conveniences. We can have the intelligence monitoring and categorized monitoring. At the customs and for the easy entrance of goods from Macau SAR into the Hengqin area, we have to follow the regulation of the transportation of goods and food made in Macau into the Hengqin area. For the Macau people working now in Hengqin, they still want to have the food from Macau. So today they are very much concerned about this importation of food made in Macau into the mainland. There are a lot of policy measures for convenience coming up in the near future. And third issue, for the Macau people living in Hengqin, they are looking forward to more convenience in their daily life. Today in Hengqin, we have constructed 4,000 units of apartments ready to be sold to people coming from Macau SAR. Mainland people don't have the right to purchase those apartments. And also we have the clinics prepared for the Macau people, as well as the center of services for the elderly people. In the meantime, in this planification, we have proposed other measures in order to facilitate the daily living of people coming from Macau SAR now living in Hengqin, for education, elderly care, as well as the other services. We are also making progress in order to give equally comfortable daily living to people coming from Macau now living in Hengqin city. Like that, people would like to leave Macau SAR to live in the mainland in Hengqin. There are a lot of details put in this plan. I cannot go through all of them, but when we look at the whole plan, we can understand that this plan is to serve the integration of the Macau SAR and also to serve the people. With Macau Daily, in the Hengqin plan, we have proposed the goals of development for 2025 and 2029. We have set 8 different categories of goals. There's also a plan for the period between 2024 and 2028. For Hengqin and Macau, what is your plan for the next stage of development and cooperation? How can you guarantee the realization of the goals? Thank you very much for this question. In the Hengqin plan, we put the focus on the diversification of industries of Macau, and for the distribution of industries in Hengqin, as well as the city development, we have made the detailed plans. This is a plan to support the next 15 years of cooperation and development. With the publication of Hengqin Plan, we can understand the attention attached by President Xi Jinping and the central government to this area. This has mobilized all of us. It can also help to stabilize the development of the Macau SAR and can better integrate the SAR into the development of the whole nation. According to the Hengqin Plan, we have to consider the economic diversification plan of Macau SAR for the period 2024 to 2028. We have to accomplish all the goals and tasks. For the industrial development, we will devote more energy into an integrated industrial development system. We will accelerate 4 types of industrial development, and we will invite more Macau entrepreneurs to join us. We will give more support to the business development. For the daily living of the people, for the hot issues, we will attach greater attention to that. To give better services and administration, we can create a better living environment for the people. So people coming from the Macau SAR would like to stay in Hengqin and they can enjoy better standards of living. Today, the result is that more people are coming from Macau to work in Hengqin. For the integration of the region, we will facilitate the flow of capital, information, people, and goods across the borders. We would like to make that flow easier than ever. And we have the mutual consultation, mutual development, mutual administration, and common sharing of the development results. With higher efficiency, we would like to promote the further development of this cooperation area. For the cooperation area, we will also educate the people on both sides so that we can win the support from the people from both sides. Next question, please. Thank you. With the Hong Kong Jingyidao Journal. For the Qianhai Plan, we have set different goals and tasks aiming at 2035. I have a question for Mayor Qin. What is the next stage of plan for Shenzhen City? Thank you very much for this question. The publication of Qianhai Plan has demonstrated the attention accorded by President Xi Jinping and the central government. For the Shenzhen People's Municipal Government, we will always follow the guidelines from the top level of the country, and also we will follow the guidance of Guangdong Provincial Government. And together with the support of Hong Kong SAR Government and Macau SAR Government, we have achieved a lot of success. Until now, we have published 805 results of innovation of the plans. And we have incubated more than 600 enterprises. And we have actually used a total value of $33.6 billion of foreign capital. We have 6 areas and multiple goals and tasks. We will make yearly plans in order to reach our goals. We would like to guarantee a high level and high quality opening up. First of all, the pilot programs and the demonstration. We would like to make new breakthroughs in this development area. For Qianhai, there's a platform and also a hub. It's a hub for high standard and high level opening up. We have a larger market access, and we have also created a fair playground for the business owners in the market. We have created a very sound environment for doing business. For standards, criteria, we would also embrace international cooperation and alignment. For justice and legal affairs, we will also collaborate more internationally. For the integrated circuit, we have the National Exchange Center. We would like to accumulate more energy in the distribution of resources. Secondly, we would like to push forward the integrated cooperation between Shenzhen and the Hong Kong SAR. We have a dedicated leadership group to guide the work of cooperation. Previously, my colleague has mentioned the Western Railroad connecting the Hong Kong SAR and the Shenzhen city. We also have preferential policies for the personal income tax. Gradually, we can improve the sense of satisfaction of people coming from Hong Kong SAR to live and work in Shenzhen city. And third, we will build up a new system for modern services. In the Qianhai area, we will create a port of talents and also an area for the leasing as well as for the legal services. We also have a center for the dispute settlement. We have the future city of Internet plus science. We have the cross-border R&D Innovation Center. And fourth, with the technology and intelligence, we can create a better environment for the daily living of the people. We can make their daily living more comfortable. We have to consider the characteristics of the Qianhai area. We have 5 areas, 2 ports. We have on the one side the sea and also the vegetation. We also have the square connecting the Shenzhen and the Hong Kong SAR. We also have automatic driving and the other pilot projects on the way. And gradually we will make the living environment smarter and more comfortable for the people. And we will also make a greater contribution to make the area better integrated into the bigger picture of the national development. Thank you. With the 21st Century Economic Daily. About the Hanjin Cooperation Area, what are the measures for the market access? Thank you very much for this question. For the special measures, I would say that we would be based on the daily living and also the market access for different sectors. We have innovative measures. For the cooperation area, it's the major entity to apply all the detailed regulations and plans. We will set the deadlines for each of the goals, and we also have very clearly defined procedures to reach the goals. So as soon as possible, we would like to benefit all the market entities. We will also improve the mechanisms to accompany the application of the rules. For example, in terms of the land use and also the talent, we can give our guarantee. In the application of this special plan, we will continue to understand the concerns of the market entities. And for the application and execution of the goals and plans, we will carry out the evaluation of performance. We will also take measures to guarantee that our goals can be reached. We will also apply more reforming measures and try our best to explore new ways for the reform opening up of the country and also to share the Hengqin experience for a higher level of opening up. Last question for today. With CNS, we have noticed that this time you have published the special measures of Hengqin. Many of the measures have become a big breakthrough. So what are the highlights in broadening the market access this time in a measure? I will take that question. For the special measures published at this time is to serve our original goal, to serve this region. We would like to better integrate the development of Macau SAR into that of the nation as a whole. I'd like to share with you more details about industries as well as the daily living of the people. I also hope that our journalists would share these details and highlights with the public. Many of the measures are very important. First of all, the special positioning of Hengqin. And they can apply targeted measures to support the diversification of industries of Macau. Like tourism and culture would be the leading or the pillar industry of Macau SAR. We allow this time the guys coming from Hong Kong SAR and Macau SAR to work in the mainland as long as they have the qualification. And also for the passenger vehicles, they can also have more freedom in the circulation. For the performance, artistic performance, we also give a more freedom for the actors to play. In the new living areas in Hengqin, we give better living support to the people coming from Macau SAR. For example, we have the two-way cross-border transfer of the patients. For example, for a patient to be transferred from Hengqin to Macau or the other way around. So today they can enjoy more convenience in the consultation of medical services. We will also set up intelligent terminals for the administrative services for the Macau people living in Hengqin. Today they can use these smart terminals to enjoy the services. They don't have to go back to the SAR of Macau in person. And also to make a withdrawal or make a deposit of money, you can also enjoy more convenient services today. And thirdly, for the market access, we would like to put the focus on the removal of the major barriers. We would like to attract more professionals and the talents. More jobs would be put inside this area. Or people can choose to continue their researches in the Macau SAR, and later for the commercialization of the research results, they can choose this Hengqin Cooperation Area. For the equipment and experiment materials, today it's easier for them to pass the customs. Hengqin has already created a friendly customs clearance environment. Gradually, we will continue to broaden that benefit to facilitate the circulation of elements across the borders. We have also the platforms for the application of new technologies. all those measures are to serve the integrated development of Hengqin and Macau SAR. Hengqin will continue to become an important window for the reform and opening up towards the outside world. We can have a higher level of institutional opening up. For the key sectors, we give them support to get registered in Macau SAR and to carry out the operation in this cooperation zone of Hengqin. And in this area, we can also initiate more cooperation with the Belt and Road countries. This year, we published the special measures, but most importantly, we have to keep an eye on the application of all the special measures. We have to continue to work with the Macau SAR government to apply those measures. Most importantly, we have to guarantee the sense of achievement of the enterprises and people coming from Macau SAR. Thank you very much for attending this press conference. That's all for today. Thank you.